What if I could show you how to decorate an entire Christmas tree for just $25? Would you be interested? Stay tuned. Krista here at Mom's Fine Truth. And you might be asking yourself, Krista, how did you find yourself in a situation where you had to decorate an entire Christmas tree? Well, in fact, that's a good story. Well, actually, it's more of a depressing story. But here we go. So we were moving from one house to another, as we often do. And we had to pull some things out of the storage unit so we could move them as well. We did not have room for all of the things in our home the night before the move. So we left some of what we thought would be weatherproof out on the back stoop, including a waterproof Christmas tree bag full of all of our Christmas decor. Can you tell where the story's going? Yeah. So, of course, the one night that all of these things are out on the patio, torrential downpour. And the bag advertised as waterproof was not. And so all of our Christmas decor was ruined. And we have also found ourselves in a financially tight season of life. And we did not see how we would be able to afford repopulating an entire tree. Because ornaments can be kind of expensive, y'all. So we were trying to figure out a way to do something special in replacement of having the tree. And nothing had come to mind yet. But thankfully, we were wandering the aisles of Hobby Lobby, a place where my kids like to go spend money that they've saved up on different craft type things. And I began to realize as we were walking through the Christmas aisles that everything was 50% off. Now, I'm not a huge shopper, but that seemed weird to me because it seems like this was end of October. You're approaching the holiday season. Isn't that when people would be willing to pay the most? But anyway, no matter what the business strategy behind that is, all Christmas things were half off. And so I went in and looked at all of the DIY ornament kits that came with like 6 to 12 ornaments per kit. They were between $1 and $4 each, and they were all 50% off. So between 50 cents and $2, really. And so we got the makings for over 100 ornaments for $25. So we bought them at the end of October, and my kids worked all November making these ornaments, had a blast doing it. And then just kind of developed this sense of pride over this is our tree. Like we literally pretty much made this tree. And it's so much, in fact, that a friend offered us some of their extra ornaments. And my children graciously passed. One, our tree was full with over 100 homemade ornaments, but also just the idea of store-bought ornaments being on our homemade tree was just appalling to them. They were more gracious in how they responded to the friend who was giving us ornaments, thankfully. But that was the mentality they took. And yes, is it dramatic? Absolutely. But it was also just such a blessing for me to see. And I think we don't give our kids enough credit. In my head, to go from thinking my kids aren't going to have a Christmas tree at all to, they're going to have one, but it's all going to be kind of tacky homemade. I hope they're going to be okay with that. Maybe I can try to talk it up. To, I didn't even have to try. They just kids take such a personal pride in their accomplishments. And they took pride in each individual ornament, but when they saw it covering an entire tree, I mean, still, we put this up a couple weeks ago, and still, all 4 kids will multiple times a day walk by the tree and say, Mommy, I made this one. Mommy, I made this one. Mommy, I made this one too. With such pride and thrill. But in order to find enough variety, to one, have over 100 ornaments, and two, just to create some level of interest in the month long of making them and the covering of the entire tree, I had to get a little bit creative. And I want to show you what I mean. So here is the tree. You can see there are duplicates of ornaments because each pack has 6 to 12, but from $25. Now, it's not evenly dispersed because the kids put them on, but it is pretty full of ornaments. So when I'm talking about creativity, one, they're not breakable as far as it's just you can re-glue it back on, but once the kids make the ornaments, they definitely want to then play with them and mess with them, so there is some repair needed occasionally. But you can see some of them, like these, were actually not designed to be ornaments. I'm not sure really what you were supposed to do with them, but you can see it's handprints as the wings, and then I just punched a hole in the forehead and tied some string on it and hung it up that way. Now, ones like this had a string come with it, and so that was designed to be an ornament. But these, you can see, were like toilet paper rolls, and they had stickers and stuff to come with them to create the different looks. They were not intended to be ornaments. Again, I'm not sure what they're intended to be for, so I taped and tied some string on the back and then hung it that way. So again, just to get the variety that we wanted, kind of had to think out of the box. Here's another example. I believe this was supposed to be a window hanging. It came with the paint, and they painted it. Instead of hanging it on the window, just tied a string to it and hung it on the tree. Now this tree, again, is not for a magazine cover. It's for the experience and for the pride that the kids have. So we had these where they were all solid black, and then they had little sticks come with them that you could draw by scraping off the black. There's kind of a rainbow print underneath, and you know, some of the, let me see if I can find, here we go. Some of the babies turned out to just be a few scribbles, but they had a great time. They still point these out and say, I did that. And you know, it just adds memories to the tree. So you can see here's another cute one that, again, I'm not sure what they were supposed to be used for because that hole did not come with it. The string did not come with it, but it was just a sticker set that even my 2-year-old could participate in this activity, and it was really fun, and they take pride in it. But I just added the hole, added the string, and we hung it on the tree. Now this was not my 2-year-old's. I believe this one was one of my 2-year-olds. And again, it doesn't matter. It's about the fun, the experience, and the pride. And then I love this one too. It was my older ones did this because you had to, the holes were already punched, but you did have to sew all the way around. But then you have the candy canes as the antlers. And it's just, you know, it's a homemade ornament. It looks cute on the tree, but they're going to be able throughout the month of December to just occasionally pull out a candy cane and enjoy the treats of the season. Now, do I know if you have a Hobby Lobby in your town? I don't know. And even if you do, is the sale still running? I don't know. But the point is what I hope I've communicated is, if you're a stay-at-home mom, which I think is the majority of what I attract to this channel, chances are you're pretty tight financially because this is a tough economy to live on one income. But I hope this has been encouragement that, one, if you think outside the box, God provides. Point number 2 is don't overthink it and underestimate how your children will respond. You can create excitement around just about anything, and adding a flavor of personal pride and effort behind it is just going to enhance that even more. But then the next question I often get, or concern, is, Krista, so you and your 4 children, 7 and under, had a full month of whatever you'd normally be doing in November, and then you added making over 100 ornaments by hand on top of that. How? Where'd you fit it in? How did you just pop it in? I'm glad you asked. I would love to share with you how I have been able to calm down my mom life and our home atmosphere and learn how to get it all done. So I would like to encourage you to click on the link below and download my brand new planner, and also gain free access into the Moms Find Home Management membership. And remember, I'm always right here if you need me. Bye.